Alright, so I kind of thought like I'd probably have this part of a progress video or something. Um, I did want to talk about though that since the fact um, I didn't really kind of, start doing progress videos until I was maxed. For one, it was mainly because of the fact that I just didn't really feel like people would want to really kind of see a character just kind of growing. And most people that do videos for PKHonor, they're maxed, and they already have some two bill skills and whatnot. So I kind of thought that what I would do is I could actually just kind of explain some of the stuff that I did. Because I'm sure, some people might want to know, like, oh, well, what did you do to get premium? Now, of course, I didn't pay money. I will in-game money is what I paid. I didn't pay real money to get premium. If that's what maybe some people might be thinking or something, no. Um, I worked pretty hard for it, I'd say. I did quite a few things that probably most people, I'm sure, wouldn't do, but I tried to find anything and everything I could do to make little bits of money. And when I first had joined, um, someone was talking about that you can out Rings of Recoil for 450k. So I saw you could buy uncut sapphires in the store. I think it was like for 72k, I want to say. So basically, at first, what I did was I had just kind of did where I was mining. I think I would mine like 500 gold, make them in the bars, and then I'd go and buy 500 sapphires. I would cut them. I would then make them into rings. Um, in the same inventory of making them, I would also enchant them, and I think I did that 4 times because I had 2,000 made, and um, after basically having 2,000 of them, that's when I started alching them. Um, and like I just like stood like right at the edge of the wilderness and just watched people PK while I was alching. That's pretty much what I did. It was actually pretty entertaining. Um, but obviously that right there was 1.8 or wait, no, it was basically 1 bill. It was, what would that be? 900. Yeah, 900 mil. Not too bad, honestly. It's not too bad. Um, for the fact that I did that in a day, so it wasn't too bad. Um, Now, of course, myself, I play more than probably the normal average player, I'm sure. Um, but I believe it wasn't in the same day, but I started it in the same day. I I think I want to say I mined the iron, but bought the coal. I want to say I honestly cannot remember. I think that's what I did though. Yeah, pretty sure that's what I did. Like, all right, so I wanted to make 10. Pretty sure it was 10,000. Maybe it was more. Um, Actually, now that I think about it, I think it was more. I'm trying to think like how many cannonballs you can make from a steel bar, but now I can't remember. It's been too long since I've made cannonballs, honestly. But I made 200,000 cannonballs. I kept 20,000 for myself to use whenever, because I knew I was gonna need them anyway. Um, I went ahead and sold the 180,000 cannonballs I had, though. I mined all the iron, but I bought all the coal. I was buying the coal at the time for roughly 30 to 35k a piece, which was really nothing to me. Because of the fact that each cannonball was selling for. At first, I was able to sell, I think, like 50 or 60k for 10k a piece, and then they were kind of slowly falling in price every single day, which was kind of bad. It took me, I want to say, like a total of almost 3 days to sell all my cannonballs, which was kind of obnoxious, but I was able to sell them all. I think from that, um, I know that I made like it had to have been like 2 bill. I think it was pretty close to it. I want to say, because I mean, for 1K for 10K a piece is 10 mil. So, or yeah, 10 mil. So I mean, pretty much it was 2 bill. Close enough. So I know I did the rings of recoil, the cannonballs, and was able to buy donator status. And then when I got donator status, there was really nothing I could honestly do to make money at all, honestly. So then I started kind of doing some skills, trying to figure out something that would actually be good for doing for skilling wise, since it's one of the things that I more enjoy doing in the game. Um, and I saw someone was actually buying raw um, mana rays. Someone was buying raw mana rays for, I think it was 80 or 85k a piece. So I was like, shit. So I started doing that for a bit. I think I got maybe like 5k or something. Sold those. Not a lot of money, but I did that pretty quick, somewhat. So it didn't really bother me to do that. Needed some fishing XP anyway. So I had done that for a bit of money, and then like I tried to find some other people that were like buying things and whatnot, and there was someone that was like buying things you could just buy from the store. Like someone was buying adamant bolts. They were buying addy bolts. I think it was, I want to say it was like 15k a piece, or I don't remember how much it was they were buying them for, but you basically, if you bought them from the store, I think you spent like 5 or 10 mil or whatever, and you like doubled your money. I honestly can't remember what the person was buying it for. It's too long ago, but it was basically anything you spent on them, you doubled your money. So I did that like every now and again. I'd buy the prayer potions from the store, buy the bone meal and whatnot. I'd buy that, make super prayers, and I think I made a few thousand super prayers, made a couple 100 mil off of it, and I was like, all right, I was like, well, I need something that can make me a lot of money, and someone was asking people, is like, if someone can make me 1,000 overloads, that he would pay 3.5 mil a piece if you could make 1,000 of them. And I was like, all right. So I told him I told him I was like, well, I'm gonna have to do a lot of farming to get all the herbs, and then let me make all the potions and stuff, and I can make them, and I'll be the person to sell them to you. And he's like, all right. He's like, you're the first person that messaged me. He's like, I'm not gonna accept anyone else. Like he just told me, he's like, you're gonna be able to do it. And I was like, yeah. So surely enough, I made 1,000 overloads, and ended up selling them to him for 3.5 mil a piece, which was 3.5 bill. And from there, I had enough money. I bought premium, I believe, for 4.2 bill, if I remember correctly. I want to say I actually bought it from the same person that actually bought the overloads from me. Because he asked me, he's like, well, what do you need the money for? And I told him premium status. And yeah, if I remember correctly, he was the same person that I bought the premium for. So, that was awesome to be able to get that. So basically, that was basically how I got premium. For anyone that really wanted to know, um, you know, for random reasons, if you wanted to know, just because, like I said, I started doing progress videos, basically already being maxed. So, it kind of some of these other things, people wouldn't actually know, any other way, kind of thing. So, I thought I'd kind of share that, and I mean, this is kind of a different kind of progress video, I suppose, but still kind of is a progress video. Um, my last progress video, I just basically talked about, my character in general. Didn't really kind of talk about, like, how I got to where I am now. So, thought I would kind of do that in this one. Um, But I mean, really for progress per se, mainly I don't know. I don't really do a whole lot on this character. Like mainly I do like slow things. So, you know, like if you saw the last one, I had 3.3 billion XP and now I'm only at 3.6. 300 mil XP, you might be thinking like, wow, you gain like no XP. Well, the thing is I do slow things. I don't really try to go for things that are really fast. Like pretty much a bulk, if not most, of this XP is actually from Herbalore. Um, like, yeah, that's pretty much all from Herbalore. I'm pretty sure I had 1.2 bill in my previous video. So yeah, pretty much most of my XP is from Herbalore. I did get some fire making XP. I had bought a bunch of logs from someone. I think it was 5K magic logs for 7K a piece. And me, I don't mind to pay that. And the main reason why doing that, I mean, you might be thinking like, oh, why don't we just use Inferno ads? But I'm gonna be chopping mahoganies for a while. 'Cause what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get a ton of logs myself so that I'm not spending more money for planks or logs of my own. Um, just so that, I'm spending less money doing it like this. So that's kind of why I'm doing this. And, obviously when I'm not recording, I'd be making planks a lot more. But, more paying attention to kind of what I'm talking about and stuff more than sitting here trying to pay attention and clicking. So, yeah, I mean, um, kind of just trying to do a bunch of different things at once, sort of kind of, but, it's really hard whenever I just want to basically do kind of the slow things to kind of like, get them a little bit more ahead and kind of a little bit more out of the way and stuff. I mean, like, all of these skills are pretty much easy besides farming. All of these on this one row. Mining, well, mining I guess isn't like extremely easy, but I don't know, mining and smithing, they're not difficult. They're definitely just time consuming, but mining is very, very AFKable, so, um, that's one thing that's kind of on the plus side. I could do marble rocks, which I've done for a bit. Um, got, I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure I got two. That's where my 2 mil extra crafting XP came from. I mean, that's like a very AFKable thing, though. And then, I basically just try to do kind of the slower things, really. I mean, Herbaler, I'm just trying to push for it, trying to push for that 2 bill. But just because so many people honestly have it, I'm not really trying to push for it too hard, to be honest. But, it still is on my list to obviously do. Um, but I was actually thinking, I was thinking of even doing this on my other account, my Iron Man account, is doing 10-hour videos, not an actual video. But for people that know, I honestly can't remember his name anymore. It's been too long since I've watched him on YouTube. But the guy that does like 10-hour series where he goes and like kills this monster for 10 hours and then you see the loot. Well, I kind of want to do that, but not quite with maybe killing things. Like maybe later I'd go into that, but I thought it would be kind of interesting to see like, you know, like what all I can do. For instance, like, you know, just for an example, chopping mahoganies for 10 hours. Like, how many logs can I get? How many planks would I actually have made? Um, things like that. Like, how many runes did I use through the whole process? Because I make all my runes. I don't buy my runes. I make every single each rune that I have. So any runes that I use, I would have made. So that would actually put more time into what I'm doing. So, it'd be a kind of an interesting kind of thing. I mean, basically, I play this character somewhat when I'm skilling. I play it somewhat kind of like as if, like it's like as if like no one else is in the game. Just because the fact I do a lot of things pretty much on my own. Because I don't know, I've more preferred doing that. Like even in actual RuneScape, I did that too. Um, Did that a lot, honestly, in actual RuneScape. Just because, I mean, it was more efficient to just do it yourself. You got experience in something that maybe you don't really train or whatever, but you have to train it to be able to do what you want to do. So, um, I don't know. I kind of wanted to set some goals though, and I feel like doing, like a 10-hour series where basically, I just go and do something for 10 hours. It might be killing. I might have some for killing and show the loot for 10 hours. Now, I was thinking of either doing 10 hours or doing just like if I do killing ones, like if I'm killing a monster, maybe just do like 1,000 kills. So then you can kind of see what you would expect from killing 1,000 of the monster. Um, but I'm not 100% sure on how I'd want to do it because I more feel what would be better for skilling wise is doing like an hour video. Well, again, not saying it'd be an hour long video, but doing like an hour of something and showing you like what I can get from it. Now, um, doing 10 hours of one thing that could make me a ton of money, or just get me a ton of XP. So, I wouldn't really mind doing that. And, again, that would kind of set some big goals and stuff. But, like, I do actually want to do one of those for my Iron Man account. You'll probably actually see that because I'm really, 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 really wanting to do it. So maybe the first one you see will probably be on my Iron Man account. Maybe. Um, Now, for this account, I don't exactly know what I would do. I mean, like, I could kind of do sort of kind of like the basic things most people kill. Um, I mean, like myself, I've never killed mythical dragons, ever. Just because most of the time they're packed anyway. There's not even a chance you ever really get a dragon, so I've never really bothered with it. Um, Now, I could do like black dragons, like I don't know, 1,000 kills of black dragons or something. And basically, the way I would go about it is every d'hide would basically be a kill. Like so I could see that I have 1,000 black d'hides in my bank. I would know I'm done. So that's how I kinda would do it. If I did monster wise, it'd probably just be 1,000 kills because 10 hours of a monster, then it kind of goes on like my gear and my potions and stuff. And maybe not everyone has that. I know a lot of people have well more than I do, but that's beside the point. Basically though, just kind of have a video just so you can kind of see like more what you would expect from killing a monster or for skilling for a long period of time or whatever it may be. Um, but yeah, I'm not too sure exactly what to really do on that. I guess this really isn't turning into a progress video as much as it is of more kind of like video ideas. But yeah, I mean, really, like I said, I don't gain like a lot of XP. I don't gain, like tons of money every single day. It's just not something I care to really do. I don't. I don't like. I mean, of course, I enjoy ranks. Yes, like that's one of the things. Like definitely it feels like like you're competing against other people, and I'm definitely a competitive kind of person, so trying to be you know like top page and whatnot for the server, it's definitely a challenge. That's for sure. um I mean, agility, 110 mil agility XP, that's one of the things that, like I could work on that a lot, but, my experience barely goes up throughout playing for, a few days. I might get, a couple mil experience, which is really nothing when you have, 3 bill XP. So, um, I don't really know. I mean, I'm slowly kind of just doing everything, really. I normally don't just like straight do one thing for a whole day. Now on my Iron Man account, I can easily do that because I kind of need to do it. But Honestly, though, I think that's going to be the end of this one. I'll see you in the next